Here we have a new 2023 Hyundai Palisade. This one comes in the limited trim level in the beautiful Abyss Black on light beige perforated leather interior. And our powertrain consists of a 3.8 liter naturally aspirated V6 engine, made it to an 8-speed shiftable automatic transmission. And coming around to the front end here, just a little bit of an update from the previous Palisade. Love that front end. It has kind of a Darth Vader look to me. We get our LED headlamps there, LED signature lamps as well. It's a really nice look there. And then we get this kind of carbonized black mirror finish here. Really nice. Reminds me of the Tucson's and the Santa Cruz's. And coming around to these wheels here, these are going to be 20-inch aluminum wheels. Really nice design there in true Hyundai fashion. We have passive keyless entry on the front two doors. Memory seat controls there. We have one-touch up and down windows for the driver's side and the front passenger. And then just regular power windows for the back. And we have our child lock, rear window lock there. Power door lock controls and then power mirror controls here. Love this here. Easy to grab when you're closing the door. And then nice size cup can fit in the middle of this pocket here. And then this one has an upgraded Harman Kardon sound system. We can control our brightness for the gauge cluster there, traction control there. We can open our power lift gate there, and then we have an electronic parking brake. Pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. And then here we have our power driver's seat with power lumbar support, and then we also have power thigh support as well. But let's take a look at the back seat room. Love that we have the blinds here. Of course, we can just pull that up, hook them there. Two cup holders here, third one down there, the top in here. So pretty impressive leg room. I'm 6'3", and I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size. And then I still have about an inch or so between my kneecaps and the back of the seat here. And it also helps having it kind of curve where your legs would go. That was really smart. Seat back pockets. And then what's really cool is USB-C on either side. And then down here we have a 115 volt 3-prong household plug-in, 12 volt, and then heated and cooled rear seats, along with automatic rear AC controls. We can adjust temperature, airflow, fan speed, and then just cut it off. So very impressed there. And then really nice size rear skylight here. You don't see that a lot, and they were really smart to put that in there. It just makes it look that much more Range Rover-esque in my opinion. And then controls there for the third row seat, USB-C fast charge port there, 3-stage heated seat on either side there. And then I'm gonna test out this leg room because it looks rather roomy back there. Now with such a wide stature, it's hard for me to get back here, but once I'm back here, that's impressive. I actually feel like I have more room in here than I did in Tahoe I reviewed recently. That is very impressive. And then of course you can adjust the seat back from here, which is really nice. I'm very, very impressed so far. Oh yeah, this is neat too. You can actually cut this off. That is awesome. Okay, I'm getting a little carried away. Let's go ahead and make our way to the back. Fuel filler here. There's the cap. Making our way to the back end here. We do have our LED tail lamps. They don't flash like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up. And then our dual tip exhaust down there. And I like how fast the lift gate opens. Very practical. And then storage underneath there, jack there. Love that hidden storage. And there are a bunch of mats back here, but pretty good storage behind the third row. And then you can even fold that down. And that'll fold flat. And it even folds flat with the seat in front of it that far back. You all saw my legroom. Just really impressed with the space in here. Very impressed. And then if you need even more space, pull this lever here. That'll fold flat. And then you hit this button here if you want to get in the third row, and it'll actually just scoot the seat up and out of the way for the third row passengers. So far, really surprised with all, just they thought of everything so far. Power front passenger seat, power lumbar support, glove compartment here, owner's manuals in there, really nice size glove compartment. And then we have the run through hidden area here if you want to go ahead and put your purse or something, a small handbag in that middle seat or middle center. But I see now, so far, why people love buying these. They're just so practical. But let's go ahead and take a look in the engine bay. Just love the looks of this. And it's mostly covered up, but there's that 3.8 liter naturally aspirated V6. Hopefully it'll be more than enough power. We'll find out soon enough. And then let's just take a quick look at this window sticker here. So tons of standard features on the Limited. You get the heads-up display, heated steering wheel, the Harman Kardon sound, the nav, and all this has the cargo package. And for $48,830 so far, you get a lot for the money. Let's hop in the driver's seat. So really nice and really futuristic looking heated steering wheel here. And we can toggle that down here along with our heated cooled seats. 3-stage for both of those. But let's take a look at this radio here. I believe this is a 12 or so inch screen. We get our navigation screen here, and then we can have something up there. And then we do get AM, FM, XM, along with Bluetooth audio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. We can change our source there. Now I do wish they would fix this, and I've complained about this before, but when you go between the modes, and my girl is actually the one that brought this to my attention, it'll change the audio and like cut it on unless you have it turned down on each actual frequency, which is kind of annoying, but I get why they might have done that. You have to be a little forceful with the touchscreen, which is fine. You can adjust the rear AC here. And that's your actual kind of resting home page there, which I like. And down here we have buttons, which is really nice. A lot of people like having these instead of using the touchscreen. I can hit map, nav, radio, media, and go to that immediately instead of having to walk through that there. And then from the setup screen, you have all your settings here. So your vehicle settings, adjust your heads-up display, your gauge cluster, all of that. But dual zone climate controls, we can adjust the rear here. When we hit that button, then we can turn it off and just adjust the front. You can sync that. 3-stage auto mode, which is nice. Always love having that. Then we have our automatic brake hold drive modes here. We have 4 of those: Sport, Comfort, Eco, and Smart. We can toggle our auto stop, parking sensors, turn the camera on real quick. So that's the backup camera there. And then we do have a front camera here as well. And there's our bird's eye view on the right side. I like that they did not skimp on the front camera. We have reverse. Really nice high definition guidelines there that you turn the steering wheel. Press P for park, press R for neutral, or R for reverse, N for neutral, D for drive. Pretty self-explanatory. Automatic brake hold there. This is really smart. I like this. So if you want to just fit a bigger cup holder, you just slide that in there, and then it can stretch out a little bit, or you can push and actually make sure that nothing moves around. And then a really big wireless charging pad there, and then a USB port right in there. And if you don't want to see that, you can just stow it and then push to open it back up. Before we get to the center console cubby, I want you all to look at this. So I love that this is one touch to close that sunshade, and then same with opening it, because the Traverses and Enclaves, they just now added that to theirs, which is in this vehicle segment, and you have to hold the button down, and it gets so annoying. So kudos to Hyundai for that. Of course, you get a one-touch sliding and tilting sunroof, open and shut, and that's the slide, and then you just push up on the button here to tilt that, and then close it the same way. There's our garage door transmitter there. Just love this interior. Just a really great look. And then our center console cubby space, removable tray there, the USB port down there, a USB-C port down there actually, and then a 12 volt as well. Love how they went with the USB-Cs, but you still have a standard USB if you need that. Voice recognition controls here. You hit this mode button. This will toggle you between AM, FM, or whatever you have set up, Bluetooth. Then you hit the star here, and this will pull up your favorites. And you have to set that up in the menu as well. Bluetooth control is here. Volume control, click that for mute. And you can go through your radio station presets here when that's set up. Now over here to the right side, we do have our smart cruise controls, lane centering, gap adjust for the smart cruise, and then we can adjust that as need be, set or resume set there. And then this and this little scroll bars for the gauge cluster. So depending on what menu you're in, you can scroll through your options. And pretty much nothing is set up in here yet with it being a brand new car. But paddle shifters just nicely integrated into the steering wheel. Heads up display there, which like I said, you can go ahead and set up or customize in the screen. All digital gauge cluster, really nice. Push button start there. Headlamp controls, high beams, flash high beams there. You have your auto, of course. And when you're in auto mode, your high beams, you can toggle the auto mode for that too, and it'll pull up there, which is really smart instead of having an actual extra button. And then auto, low, high for the windshield wipers, and then low and high for the rear wiper. Pull back for rear fluid, push up for front fluid. You can adjust your auto there. I mean, they just did not miss anything on this vehicle. And there's your key fob with remote start.